But let's talk about the moment that you decided.
Man.
And what you said in the book
right.
about you're actually going to do it.
Okay, I was about 15 years old. Now, mind you, my mother's German and black. So her hair is long and flowing all the way down her back, even though she kept it in the same raggedy ponytail all the time.
Right.
Because she didn't know what to do. She would literally wash her hair in the morning, pull it to the back of her. I love my mama, rest in peace, you were gorgeous, but I just used to want to do her hair for her. Flat iron it or something. She would put big rollers in it on special occasions. But anyway, right, to get some body. But so I remember her teasing me. Yeah. My own mother would tease me and be like, "Don't you wish you had hair like mine?" Literally. Oh. And for the longest time as a kid, I was like, yeah. And I would have these moments where I'm in the towel, and I think I shared this with you. I'm in the mirror with the towel on my head, like I have a ponytail, and I'm like, and I feel like a lot of us kind of did that thing, and it was ridiculous. Yeah. And finally, when I was around 15, I was like, no, Mom. And I literally told her, I was like, I'm black. I'm not a white girl. I'm just not. I know that you're biracial, but ethnically, my mother was white. Okay, so, or if you will, she acted white, whatever. And I told her I'm a black girl, and I'm tired of and the Optimum Care Super Plus box kit stopped taking on my hair, and it's almost like my body was literally rejecting it, like, this isn't working for us. We're tired. I'm tired. And so I would leave that sucker on there forever, and it wouldn't even burn my scalp no more. That ain't right. That ain't right. And so when I was 15 years old, I told my mama, I'm going to cut my hair off and I'm going out. And she's like, the hell you are? And I said,
I go in the chat room.
And I said,
somebody else's mom had to say.
And I said, Mom, who is it?
C Riddle 24.
Hello, C Riddle. Thank you. See, I'm glad that I'm not the only one. And my mother threw a fit, and I was like, but I had my own car at the time. So what did I do? Got in the car, and I went to the barbershop. I found some little salon on East Douglas in Wichita, Kansas. I know exactly where it was. I'm sure it's not there anymore. But I went in, and for the sake of other people, I remember putting a texturizer in it because I wanted everyone else to ease into it. And so that worked out for a little while. And as the months went on and that grew out, I just cut it lower and lower. And then I grew an afro. And, from there, I share with you the story with my locks. That's a whole other topic. But it took me time from there. I started gaining confidence. And people lost their minds when I first did it. Walked up into South High School. I'm the only cheerleader with an afro in 1996. The people were not okay with that, but they got okay with it.
So it really was, it was physical first for you.
It was physical first. Well, let me say this. Okay. I always felt I was beautiful. I always believed I was beautiful. I oftentimes didn't say it. I remember in 4th grade, they asked, well, in class, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I said, I want to be a model. And the class burst into laughter, because here I am with these hair all over the wind blown or whatever from playground play. And I was like, I think I'm pretty. What? Right. Like, what's the problem? And so at the same time, my father's telling me I'm beautiful. And I guess the Spirit of God, before I even knew it existed, really was pouring that into me, because I remember always feeling beautiful. I just need to find my place. Right. I just need to find that. So, yeah.
I want to read a passage from Dramas where you talk about this sort of feeling that you're describing. I felt doomed to ugliness in the eyes of others forever. I would look into mirrors and windows, staring longingly at my brown eyes, still trying to find the perfect fit into my big head. Despite my misgivings, I dared to believe I was pretty. I have become comfortable with as little hair possible, while finally accepting I will always be beautiful, regardless of the length and texture of my hair. I embrace my nappiness. Here's hoping you're ready to embrace it too. Here's the thing that I'm pretty sure people are thinking. You're sitting next to somebody who obviously,
Diana, we call
Diana,
her, right?
I'm not there in my hair walk.
Right.
I'm not there in my
hair walk.
Hair walk.
That was great.
Okay? And I think that that's okay. And I think it's okay because we'll get into we're getting ready to get into the inner beauty, but what you possess inside, that's what people should be searching for.
Right.
Not necessarily where you are in your hair walk,
right?
But what you gained inside from cutting your hair,
right?
Which was you focused more on your inner self,
right,
than you did on your outer beauty.
Yes. And you know, and I'm not one of those natural hair Nazis, if you will. But at the same time, I believe.
Define that for people.
Okay, because there are some sisters who, in this whole new natural hair trend, which, great. I'm glad the sisters are embracing their natural hair, but it really seems to be a trend right now. And hopefully from the trend, some people really get it in within them. But at the same time, there are some people who, these sisters will go in on women who have relaxers or who have weaves and whatever. My thing is, I know sisters, just like with Angie, when she first went natural, good hair is healthy hair.
Yes.
Bottom line. And the thing is, when Angie first went natural, her hair wasn't healthy. Right. It wasn't healthy. It was a process. So I think my concern is when sisters feel like they can't go natural or they can't be natural.
Okay.
I've had a relaxer in the last 3 years. I think I always grow it out with a purpose. But for my wedding, I had a relaxer because I wanted a Billie Holiday finger wave action, and it was great. The next day, I cut my hair back off. Literally the next day.
Next day.
I went to my barber's house and we cut it off. But every time the difference is that I'm comfortable either way.
Right.
Some people feel like I saw this sister doing this vlog one day, and on her video she was saying she was in the car going all the way off like, I can't do this ish. This is for the birds. This ish ain't me. What you mean it's not you? Natural hair, yes it is. Yes it is. And that's what I have a problem with. Like, it's you.
Right.
But again, we've been so conditioned to not thinking that it's us, because at such a young age we start out getting relaxers.
Right. It's what we were talking about earlier in the book when you're talking about that life touch picture moment, which I shared with you. You know, that really spoke to me because I remember it's conditioning when you're younger. I remember being that young girl, and you've got these box braids. Y'all remember? Yes,
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. The box braids I'm talking about, when your mama used to burn the end of your braids to make sure that they didn't.
We end on hair walk, and now we're gonna get off of that. We end off hair walk. Hair walk is still
about the foil at the end of the braids. Yes, I was that girl, and so I remember the life touch moment where the woman comes with the comb and she's going and she's trying to
get off of me.
She's trying to fix your hair.
You see, you can't do nothing with this.
Right. For those of you who don't know what we're talking about, it was back when you would do life touch pictures and they would comb your hair before your picture. But as a young black girl, you've got box braids or you've got some kind of, I don't know, ethnic hairdo, and they're trying to put a comb in it. If you start to go inward.
Right.
Even though to some people it's like, what? They're just trying to take a picture. That does something to your inner soul and your psyche as a child when they're focusing so much on your hair because something's going on.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And I want to get to Angie's walk too with her hair, but I want to ask you too because it's another obvious thing to me. A lot of black men don't embrace natural hair, or they fake like they do, but what they really want you to do is have long flowing Beyonce or whatever. And I want you to speak, Mr. Bruton, to the fact that
The queen of the
your queen is a baldhead queen.
Oh.
And what that all entails and the responsibility of that as a husband to Vic.